Product placement, Yellow Gazebo. Richard Lovenberg here from Yellow Gazebo, St. Clair West in Toronto. I want to talk to you today about how to program your brain. Yeah, like you're a robot. No, not exactly. I think robots are programmed differently. Let's not say more easily, just differently. So about 20 years ago, I did the Tony Robbins box set, and it's amazing. If you have the means, I would definitely recommend getting onto the Tony Robbins train and trying it, because there's a lot to learn. Stuff I learned that I carried with me until now, the last 20 years. And I pick it up now and then. Some good tools in that toolbox, so to speak, such as the neuro-linguistic programming. I learned a little bit about this in school as well, but Tony, he had a lot of it going on in his work back then, at least. Neuro-linguistic programming, or NLP, involves taking an idea, something that you want to achieve, and repeating the heck out of it. So you could do this visually. You could set up, post pictures around you of what you're trying to achieve. What I'm talking about here is about using a mantra or repeated words to create the reality that you want to achieve. So going through the COVID crisis right now, where maybe some of us are focusing a bit on the past, wishing we had done things a little bit differently in the last few weeks leading up to this, definitely we're worried about the future. So it's so hard to be in the moment right now, I know. And ideally, I've got a couple little ones here and my wife, and it's great. A lot of it is good family time, but nonetheless, the future is breathing down our necks, so to speak. So how do we prepare for that? Well, using NLP can really help. So something that you can do, for example, so you can create a mantra that talks about the future. We are going to get out of this and everything's going to be great or even better than it was before. That's something you can create for yourself. And what you want to do is you want to repeat that many, many times. The key is actually to repeat it for like 15 minutes. And that can be really hard, especially if you don't believe it. But what you have to do as you're repeating it over and over and over again is push past, because your brain is going to go, that's nuts. Like, for example, if you say, I'm a great speaker in videos, and your brain says, no, you're not, you're terrible, you sound like a goofball. You're fighting that as you're repeating that in your head, but you keep going, keep saying it. And your brain may fight it the whole 15 minutes. That's okay. You want to keep doing periods of those 15 minutes every day. Some people do 2-3 times a day. Eventually your brain, even just subconsciously, will believe it, and it will become a reality. I can tell you, I've used this in many, many ways over the years. And it's really... So give it a shot. So you want to repeat it 15 minutes. You want to try to do it out loud. Now, being at home, it's easy to do, but once we're out back in the world, you can even repeat it in your head, but you want to try to use different tempos, different tones, different inflections on different parts of the words. Don't be robotic about it. Don't just keep saying it over and over and over again. Just try to say it in different ways and use, different tones and so on. Give it a shot. Feel free to email me at richard@yellowgazeboclinic.com. We will get through this. We will come out of this fine, or even better than before. We will get through this. We will come out of this fine, or even better than before. We will get through